Is this the world's best SHTF machete? Stick around to find out. Hey everybody, it's Magic Prepper, and I recently received my Will Patriot's giveaway winnings. Now, my winnings included something awesome, a handmade, hand-forged machete made by Will Patriot himself. I'll link his channel up here in the video so you guys can check that out if you'd like. But I'm really excited about this package. He included a lot of survival and preparation items. I'm gonna go ahead and show you what came inside of this box before we move forward in the video, and I get to show you me hacking away at some stuff with that sweet machete. So, this is the box. I'm only showing you this side because the other side has some private information on it. And we're going to go ahead and start with the best part of the package. Will Patriot machete. He made this himself. It is super badass, and I honestly feel like I could use this in any situation that required survival. So I'll go ahead and try to take it out of the scabbard, but give me a second because this sheath is super tight because he made it very, very low on tolerance. So let's check it out. There we go. And that's the machete right there. This thing is awesome. I mean, it is thick. I feel like I could hit a baseball with it, and at the same time, it's super sharp and super durable. I mean, I don't feel like this thing's ever gonna break. This might be the best SHTF weapon slash tool I've ever seen. So I'm gonna be hanging on to this for the rest of my life, probably. Thank you, Will Patriot. So this is the machete. This is the awesome sheath he made for it. It's made out of Kydex. It's got some paracord on it, so that way I can lash it to my bug out bag or to my leg or whatever I decide I need to lash it to. And then it's got a hook style attachment here on the sheath, so you can just clip it on a belt or whatever you want to do. It's freaking awesome. So I'm gonna go set it down. Let's see if I can even get the machete back in. It's that tight. All right. What else do we got in here? Came with a basic boo-boo first aid kit, but you can't go wrong with having more of these. Awesome materials inside, super user-friendly. Everybody could use one of these and an extra one if not. So I'm gonna throw this in my wife's bug out bag probably and use it for that application. All right, we've got, this is awesome. He made some petroleum cotton balls for me for fire starters in red, white, and blue because who's more patriotic than Will Patriot? And I think these are going to be going into a fire kit of mine, probably joining alongside of Central Florida Prepper's fire kit. So if you haven't seen those, I'll go ahead and link that video up here if you want to check that out. But this is awesome, and thanks so much for this, Will Patriot. Okay. Got a little multi-tool carabiner, always good for lashing, and then just having a couple extra tools on it makes it worth that much more. So awesome right there. Let's see. Oh no, we can't be losing the machete, although I know it can handle that ball. All right, so we got some paraffin wax here, which is also great for fire starting. So this stuff is just great. Will Patriot really gave me some awesome things in this kit, and I can start fires and cut down trees with one kit. So, you know, it's not really a bad way to go. All right, gave me a standard grill lighter just to have another way of starting fires, and honestly, perfect for candles. So we've been using it around the house already, to be honest with you. And let's see, the additional paracord from the sheath. So I have a little bit extra now in case I need more. And you can't go wrong with more paracord. You always need more. That's just how it works. And what else do we have in here? Let's see here. All right. One of the coolest things, a ferro rod that's got a horn attached to it. I think that's awesome. This thing's super sharp. So in a pinch, it's just a fire starter and a weapon. So multi-tools, you can't go wrong, right? Okay. And then last but not least, we have some Will Patriot stickers, which, you know, you can't go wrong with. And he's the man. So like I said, this is the coolest giveaway I've probably ever won, especially because that machete is handmade and it is super beast mode. So what I'll go ahead and do is move after this, just show you guys swinging that machete around a little bit because that's more fun than just looking at stuff. And then after that, I think that's probably going to do it for the video. So thanks for checking in. This is the giveaway response video just so we can see what Will Patriot actually sent out, and he actually fulfills his promises on his giveaways, which I am super excited about. And that machete is going right in the bug out bag because it's going to last through SHTF, the end of the world, go to 7 generations of my children or whatever else. You know, I can't believe how durable and sweet this thing is. So let's move forward to the hacking and slashing. Okay, so really quickly, I just wanted to do a comparison of your typical cheapo machete that a lot of us probably own, because generally machetes are kind of cheap, and then something that's hand forged and handmade specific for SHTF, and what the differences are and how amazingly different they really are. So this is an Elk Ridge basic machete. It's got a saw back on it, so you know you can technically use it for that too, but I don't think it would ever really work for cutting anything. Go ahead and unsnap that. Okay, you know, typical nylon sheath. So not gonna hold up forever, but you know, it does the job for now. Throw that over there. All right, and as you can see, I mean, it's sharp enough to do the job of a machete. It is a sawback, like I said. It has this hole here, which can be used to lash it or tie to other things if you need to. Some people use that as a way to turn it into almost like a bow saw or something like that. And then you can actually see here, it's still full tang. It's got a decent amount of width to the blade. And you know, for I think what was about like 15 bucks, it's not the worst machete. I mean, I've definitely seen worse. It's got a little bit of cordage here on the back for survival applications, so not a terrible machete. Now, when it's compared to the Will Patriot handmade SHTF machete, it is a terrible machete, and let me show you why. So we're gonna go ahead and take it out of the scabbard here. First off, Kydex is just better and more durable than nylon. It's gonna last pretty much forever. And this paracord design's better for being able to lash it to my leg or, you know, lash it to a bag or whatever you gotta do. So he's got some really thick rivets here on it, and it's just not gonna fall apart. I can just see that from the design and from the way it's created. So I'm gonna throw that over here, and then I'm gonna show you the differences. So lengthwise, they're very similar. You know, so the blade of a machete is something that is typically going to be 14 to 18 inches long, depending on what you're using it for, but very similar in length. Now, one thing they're not similar in is blade shape. Now, this blade is shaped with like a curvature that almost makes it like kind of like a scimitar or something like that, a saber. And the reason for that is that the curvature of the blade gives you more weight on the front end, so it gives you more swinging power, and it also helps you cut what you're cutting through when you swing, because it kind of gives it a natural curve, which gives it a natural slice. Whereas this is just a straight blade, so you're going to be hacking and more using it almost kind of similar to a hatchet or an axe or something like that. Okay, so on some beautiful wood scales here, whereas this is like a plastic and rubber combination. So this might be more practical in the sense of having a grip, but this is way more pretty, and I think will last longer because this wood's not going anywhere. And it's super well stained and treated, so I know it's gonna be water resistant, and I think it's just beautiful. So they both have kind of like a black carbon finish. Will Patriot's is a little bit, what could I say, more rugged looking, and that's because he knows it's going to be used and applied to be a machete the way it is. So he's not worried about making it pretty. He just wanted to make sure it would hold up to the elements well. And besides that, this is a stainless steel blade with a little bit more durable steel. You know, Will specifically wanted to use steel that would last a long time and not, you know, fall apart or rust. And this steel is 440 stainless steel, so it's just a little bit less quality than the steel used on this blade. This is kind of like 440 is your typical, like if it's made in China, it's probably got 440 stainless, okay? This is not made in China. Now, here's the biggest difference between these two blades. The thickness. And I don't know if you can see this or not, but this blade is almost twice as thick as this one. This metal is never going anywhere. It's never gonna break. It's never gonna shatter or crack. This one is a lot thinner. I think over time it could wear itself out a little bit easier. This one has so much more to work with that if you need to sharpen it and sharpen it and sharpen it for the rest of your life, it's still gonna have metal left over. So all in all, this is a much heavier, much more capable machete. And let's go ahead and test it out and do some hacking and slashing so you guys can actually see what it's capable of. All right, I found a nice dead tree back here because I'm not trying to kill all my live trees because there's very few of them in North Dakota, if you didn't know that. So we're going to go ahead and chop the crap out of this thing and just see how this machete performs. Oh, shit. Got a knot right there, huh? I'd say it performed pretty well. Not a bad machete, Will Patriot. All right, Will Patriot, thanks so much for the machete and the rest of the care package. This thing is freaking awesome. I'm probably going to use it for the rest of my life because it'll obviously outlive me. I didn't mean to chop down an entire tree with this thing, but hey, if it can do that, it can pretty much do anything I need it to. So if you like videos about survival and preparation, please hit the subscribe button below. It really helps the channel, and I appreciate all the support so far. I appreciate you, Will Patriot, for making such an awesome machete, and that's going to be it for Magic Prepper.